Nick is just gonna call. I think he gives Simon a lot of respects for his open, because sometimes you will see players potentially put it all in there with Nick's stack size.
I'm gonna just put all my money in there.
But that actually opens it up for Ryan to put both players at risk.
You're just gonna do it, huh?
Ole Schemion way out in front with 1.8 million in chips. Just amazing, huh, Maria?
He's really been able to run over this field. I mean, I think we did see that he got a little lucky on the previous days, but of course at this point, having such a big chip lead going into the final table is so important.
The blinds are 4 and 8,000 with a big blind ante of 8. Griffin Paul, he has ace-10 of diamonds. Now Griffin won the Seminole Hard Rock Poker Showdown season 13, and he is going to raise it to 18,000. Ryan going out, Tony Dunst out, and now Simon Lamb picking up his queen.
Great hand for Simon, and he is going to 3-bet off of about 42 big blinds to start.
Nick Schulman gets out of the way. Back on Griffin. Now, Griffin Paul is from the San Fernando Valley, where I lived for a very long time growing up as well. In fact, I played with his father back in the day when we were both 16 years old. Truly.
Who won between the two of you?
Oh, I did, I guess. The clock is ticking down. He's got a decision here.
He does. I mean, ace-10 suited looks really pretty, but if you don't think Simon has any light 3-bets, then I do think a fold is good.
And he's got to make that fold. Simon Lamb, who took down season 17's first event at WPT Gardens.
Nice hand, sir.
Thank you, thank you.
That was impressive.
Takes down the first pot here tonight. He's originally out of Brooklyn, New York, lives in Irvine, California now. He is 30 years old. Griffin Paul this time going to lay down Jack 10. Ryan Tosoc out. Tony Dunst, WPT commentator, WPT champion, goes away. Around to Nick Schulman with 7-6. Is just going to call. Ole with a 9-4 of hearts.
Let's go.
Content to see the cards. Here we go. Flop is a queen, 7-3, and there's 2 hearts. Nick out in front with 7s.
8,000.
But Ole's going to bet the 4 flush.
Nick certainly isn't going to go anywhere. You can tell that he just wants to check call against Ole, because Ole's a very aggressive player. He's to his left. He has position.
3 pairs the board. Nick's still in front here. It's going to check again. Try to get in cheap. And Ole going to splash it, hoping to hit a flush.
Ole on a semi-bluff, just betting his equity here, but of course, Nick still not going to fold.
Going to the river. Can Nick survive this? No. A deuce of hearts. Ole hitting the flush. Look at those eyes. And Nick has to be uncomfortable with that last card. He's going to check again.
Ole betting 100,000 here, which represents over half of Nick's stack, puts Nick in a really tough spot. If he makes this call and is wrong, then he's really handcuffed. Nick is going to find so few bluffs in Ole's hand that he's willing to triple barrel with that he's going to have a tough time figuring this one out, I think. Ole could have anything here.
Now Nick is taking one of his time chips. That's an extension of 30 seconds. Each player gets 8 of these before the final table starts.
Definitely worth the consideration that Nick is taking, but he is going to end up letting it go. That's a good fold, a lot of discipline against someone who is as aggressive as Ole.
Ole Schemion taking the pot down with the flush. He's from Berlin. He's 26 years old, and he's got a lot of chips here tonight. Mucks this hand. Griffin also going out. Ryan not going to play. Tony Dunst with a Jack 6 of clubs and the button. He's going to raise it. 16 to go. Simon goes out, and Nick Schulman with Queen Jack.
Certainly worth an open for Tony, but Nick
All in.
does the right thing, moves all in, queen jack offsuit. You know Tony's gonna open a lot of hands on the button. You wanna just take down this pot right here.
Tony Dunst has to lay that down. We're just getting started here. We're coming back. Stay with us.
Play online poker for real cash and prizes at WPT Global. Sign up for free today and get a free entry into a $100,000 guaranteed tournament.
He's gonna muck a jack deuce. Simon Lamb not interested. Nick Schulman now with ace-7 of diamonds. Nick's living in Vegas now. And he is gonna raise it to 16,000 to go. But Ole right behind him with big slick ace-king of clubs.
Pretty unfair for a player like Ole with the kind of reputation he has as being very aggressive to wake up with good hands too, because he doesn't have a lot of believability right now when he does 3-bet, and Nick has a decent hand.
Call.
And I think him calling in this spot where most people would fold off of his stack size is just a testament to how much credit they give Ole to be very wide in this spot.
Well, look at this flop. King, jack, 9. Great for Ole. Bad for Nick. Nick's gonna check. Ole's gonna bet. 40,000.
This is as big of a brick of a flop for Nick. When you hold ace-7 of diamonds, you just can't continue, and it doesn't even matter if Ole had it here or not. Nick just knows that there's nothing he can do about it.
Ole Schemion won the WPT European Championship in Berlin on the World Poker Tour Season 16.
Well, how fast did you go from like a few 100,000 to 2 million yesterday? Because I feel like I turned around, you had a normal stack, I turned around again, and you had all the chips.
I lost pot, and I had 400, and then a little later 1.7 or something. Flopping pots helps sometimes.
Sometimes.
I only saw you turn it.
Simon Lamb from Irvine, California goes out. Nick Schulman gonna take a breather. Ole with 10-7 of spades.
And I think we're going to continue to see the trend of Ole opening a lot of hands, because at this point he's going to put maximum pressure on all of his opponents.
Oh, not so fast. Don't do it to Tony Dunst. He's got a pair of jacks here.
Nice for Tony to find jacks in the big blind, but he is just going to call, because in this spot, when you have a decent stack size against the chip leader, you don't want to play a big pot, especially out of position, and lose your chip position, which gives you a big advantage over the short stacks.
And look at this flop. Perfect for Tony Dunst as a 7-5-5 appears. Ole getting a piece of that with the 7s.
Easy continuation bet from Ole. He doesn't expect Tony to have an overpair, because sometimes he will hear from Tony with a 3-bet before the flop.
Well, he's made it 36,000. A good check and raise by Tony. And Ole is not going anywhere. He's going to make this call. We're going to the turn, and it gets better for Ole. Now he's got 10s and 7s. Tony looking good with jacks and 5s. Motown hand. Tony's going to come out with a bet, 42.
Tony happy to continue to extract value in this hand.
Oh.
He is going to continue. Five, so now Tony Dunst with 5s full of jacks. Ole with 5s full of 10s. Tony's going to put a bet of 80,000. Doesn't want to scare away his victim.
Ole's thinking about it because with Tony check raising and then the board running out this way, Tony's not really going to bluff at a board that has 3 5s once Ole calls both the flop and the turn. So it's not really an easy payoff.
Well, Ole's going to take more time. 30-second extension.
Call.
Jacks.
And he's going to make the call. Hard to get away from that. So Tony Dunst will take some chips away from the chip leader. 6 players remain here at the Tournament of Champions.
Thanks. Didn't feel like a bluff.
Didn't feel like a bluff, but you had a good hand?
Yeah.
Yeah, then what can you do?
Have a 10.
Oh, wow. It's a nice hand for you to have for me.
Right, then the Tournament of Champions continues. 6 players. Winner's going to take home $440,000 here tonight. And Ole Schemion running away with it, $1.8 million in chips. Schulman on the short stack with $154,000.
These players definitely have their work cut out for them when Ole has such a massive chip lead. The rest of the players are really fighting to stay alive, to ladder up, and that's going to make them a little bit easy to play against at times.
Well, Ole with 4-3 of hearts has made it 17,000. Ryan Tosoc has called it.
Call.
Tony Dunst, a little pair of sevens just calling. Simon Lamb's going to stick around and splash with the 6-5. So 4-way action. Here we go. Flop is a jack, 4 deuce, 2 of them spades. Tony out in front with sevens, actually. He's going to check.
Simon has a gut shot straight draw here, but Ole, opening with that 4-3 of hearts, does manage to connect.
30.
Makes a continuation bet, 30,000. Now Ryan Tosoc with a 4 flush. Ryan Tosoc has called.
Yeah, I think Tony has to fold there because he knows he's not going to be able to get to showdown very likely against 3 other opponents and still have the best hand.
9 of diamonds. So no flush there for Tosoc. Ole with the 4 is going to slow down with the check, and Tosoc, will he bet his flush and his inside straight draw?
Ryan wants to take that free card off.
Hits the 10 of hearts.
He finally gets there on the river with his draw.
Check.
Let's see if Ole will try to steal with his 4s. Nope, he's going to check it. They all yield to Ryan Tosoc, who has the straight. He's put out 135,000. Simon Lamb can't do it.
And I don't see Ole calling this bet just because his hand is too weak.
Ryan Tosoc, 28 years old, season 16 5-diamond champ, takes down this one. There's the Champions Cup. Maria, you've made numerous final tables in the World Poker Tour, but yet to take down a title.
Way to keep that needle going because how many times have you made it but can't seem to close, Maria? Please tell me.
Well, you know you've had some bad luck here at the final table, but you're a terrific player. Back to the felt we go. Ryan Tosoc will make it 18 with just a 7-4. Tony Dunst, Queen Jack.
And now it's Ryan's turn to open quite wide, but it is because Ole is out of the way. Once you see the chip leader fold, you do feel like it's kind of a green light for somebody else to step up and put the pressure on.
Schulman's going to make the call and splash around with the 6-5. And the flop is an 8-6-3. Nick Schulman with 6s here. And Tosoc, inside straight draw, makes a continuation bet, 19. Tony gets out of the way. Now Nick Schulman.
He's just considering whether he should be going all in this spot. He does need to protect his hand from overcards, from flush draws. If he calls here, there's just so many bad turn cards for him that might keep him from continuing and feeling good about him having the best hand, that he might as well just go with this hand if he decides to play.
Well, that's exactly what he's going to do. He's gone all in. Ryan Tosoc gets the heck out of the way, so Nick Schulman will take that down. Little power poker by him. 6 players remain here on the World Poker Tour, and we're coming right back.
Get a free entry into a $5,000 guaranteed tournament and play online poker for real cash and prizes at clubwpt.com. Sign up for free today using bonus code YT23.
Tony Dunst now, quickly folding Simon now with 5s. He'll make it 17 to go, but Nick Schulman wakes up with ace-jack behind him.
Nick is just gonna call. I think he gives Simon a lot of respects for his open because sometimes you will see players potentially put it all in there with Nick's stack size.
I'm gonna just put all my money in there.
But that actually opens it up for Ryan to put both players at risk.
You're just gonna do it, huh?
Simon lays down the fives, and now Schulman has a dilemma here with his ace-jack.
And for Nick, the problem is he just has to consider what type of hands he thinks Ryan is willing to get all in with. And for Nick, he did kind of play his hand in a way where it underrepresents that strength of ace-jack, but also given what Tosoc's reputation is, I do think that Nick will end up calling it off here. It is for his tournament life, but given that he's the shortest stack, he's not that worried about trying to ladder up. He needs to find a spot to double up.
And he's going to like himself for the morning. He's a favorite here. Going in with the best right now. They turn up the cards. Ace-jack for Nick Schulman. Ryan with a king-queen.
It's a good PLO hand. Flop always comes jack 10-9 though.
6, 7, 8 of diamonds.
And it is a queen 7 deuce. Ryan outflops Nick. Hits the queens.
A dramatic flop there.
Blocker, blocker.
Nick now needing a lot of help.
It's down to 20% to hit that overcard or potentially a backdoor flush draw.
Deuce pairs the board.
Doesn't feel too good.
And now he is a big long shot.
Nick needs an ace on the river. He's ready to go home, it looks like.
It's not going to be an ace. It's a 10 of diamonds.
What can Nick do? He picked the right hand at the wrong time.
Nick Schulman out in 6th place. He's going to take home $63,000.
And let's take a look at the chip counts of the remaining 5 players. Ole Schemion still having this commanding chip lead over the rest of the players, but Ryan Tosoc has built up his stack rather nicely and now poses somewhat of a threat to our chip leader.
5 players remain, and here Ryan with a king 4 diamonds will raise. Makes it 23 to go. Tony and Simon go out. Ola,
Still call.
he's got the real hand. Ace queen could disguise the strength of it with just a call though.
Ryan continuing to open up his game as he's building momentum, and Ola, of course, going to defend.
Ryan getting a piece of that with the 4s. Makes a continuation bet of 19. Ola. He will stick around.
Yeah, it's a big enough ace to call that flop bet. You've got 2 overs to that flop.
King on the turn. Now kings and 4s there for Ryan. Gotta feel good about that. He's gonna bet 75.
And for Ola, it's understandable that he called that flop bet. Now on the turn, he also has a gut shot to Broadway, so he decides that he wants to continue.
Queen on the river, so he gets a piece of it now.
Check.
So he's checking again. Little does he know he's buried in this hand. Ryan gonna stick out another bet, a hefty 175.
Yeah, and Ola having the queen of spades in his hands means that there's less hands that Ryan has that are semi-bluffs on the turn that misses on the river. Because of that, Ola has to feel like he has the second best hand. And you have to be careful when you have so many chips that you don't just start making potentially bad calls because you can pay to see it. I think a lot of times that is the mistake that some chip leaders do make.
Clock is ticking down again.
I call.
Oh boy, he's made this call. He was curious, and he has to pay this off. Big hand for Ryan Tosoc right there. They call Ryan Tosoc. His nickname is Too Sick. Do you call him Too Sick?
I do actually, and that is because Ryan's really earned that nickname for himself. I've seen him play, I've played against him myself, and he certainly knows how to put his foot on the gas.
What do they call you again, Maria?
I don't have a nickname, Vince. Maybe that's going to be your job, is by the end of this, you're going to come up with the best nickname for me.
Okay. Pretty sick? Hey, that's not bad.
It isn't.
Okay, back to the action here. We got a raise by Ryan again. And Ola's going to call this. And here's the flop. 5-4-3, 3 of a kind there. Beautiful flop for Ryan Tosoc. What do you think, Pretty Sick?
Yeah, first and second in chips tangling a lot right now. Ryan always having the best of it so far against Ole.
Oof, only gets better for him. Now he's got threes full. Ole has none of that, though. But he does have a flush draw now. And check again.
You know, for Ole, calling the flop, even though it was such a small bet, is somewhat dangerous sometimes, because you do turn a card that looks like it might be good for your hand. Now if a club rolls off, you think maybe that 10 of clubs in your hand is going to be good enough, but as we can see, he's drawing dead to Ryan's boat.
Doesn't want to catch a flush, little does he know. 9 of hearts, so he doesn't get anything. He's going to check it again. Ryan is going to put out the oversized bet to look like he's maybe bluffing of 142.
Yeah, I definitely like this sizing from Ryan, but Ole just doesn't have enough to make the call.
So great momentum for Ryan Tosoc. Back-to-back hands.